What up, folks? CLG here. This is like an early Thanksgiving video from CLG land. And we're just walking through the streets here on a Sunday. And do a little happy Thanksgiving message to all. And to all a good day. How about that? So, this is Minneapolis here. And I'm always on foot. So a lot of times I'm walking around trying to figure out what my next move is, because I am a bus rider and an amateur radio operator extraordinaire. So you get to get a little view of downtown Julie Brown, as it were, and nothing really important to say, just a little scenic view. Still working on the old ham shack, but walking's free, if you know what I'm saying. So let's have a little stroll through the streets on a nice balmy 29-degree day here in Minneapolis. So what are the goals for the new year? Well, perhaps getting out the old books, or buying the books, I guess, first of all, and seeing if I can advance my license class to an extra extraordinaire. And it's kind of the bucket list. Hopefully I can do that before I'm dead. No, I'm just kidding. It would be something of an accomplishment, because then when I make my videos and state my business, I can do it with authority of having an extra class. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just goofing off. It's just kind of another goal to accomplish. And I'm going to choose probably the ARRL license manual method, because those are textbooks, and I feel like it'd be good to learn something. Now, a little word of advice to people. I've been a ham since 1978 or 77, I believe. I really haven't learned nothing. I mean, I haven't really used my qualifications or learned much since then. I'm kind of back in the modern times, but there's a lot to learn, and I've missed a lot. So, kind of thinking what I probably am going to do is just purchase the general class and the extra class and study both of them, get a well-rounded education on that, and try to improve the skills as a radio amateur extraordinaire, that is. I have no idea what the hell that is. The old Minneapolis courthouse, where many people spend time. You got a jail in there, I believe. You don't want to go there. It's not a good place. I don't know by experience, but I've been told that. So this used to be a big giant water extravaganza. Of course, they shut that down in the wintertime. What I mean by extravaganza, it was a big water spraying thing, whatever you want to call it, right outside the courthouse. That's the courthouse. Oh yeah, that's where the law happens real quick. But anyway, so this is the transit system here, and we got pretty decent trains down here in Twin Cities. I give them a thumbs up. I used to live in Portland, and I thought their train system was really decent. It is, but this one I think is better, because this one's designed for winter use, and they're very nice if you want to travel downtown, go to your job, whatever you do, or you can go to a Vikings game, which is right in the stadium. There's the US Bank Stadium, where of course our Minnesota Vikings try to win the Super Bowl and can't quite get it together ever. So, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? And there's Old Glory waving in the wind. You can barely see flags around town, man. I guess they don't want to display those as much as they should. There it is, folks. Incoming. I'm waiting for outgoing. Some pretty well insulated trains. You may have trains in your city, but this one is pretty decent. Metro Transit. Very good public transportation system in most parts of the city. However, this is also you pay your fare and get on, you know. And sometimes it's a little tricky riding these babies because people like to stay on them and live on them. I guess I can't blame them, but do have a homeless population here in Minneapolis. In the wintertime, there's not too many places you can go to get out of the cold except anywhere where it's warm, and the trains is one spot. So that's how that goes. See when you're riding the rails. That's what I'm doing, riding the rails. Public transportation, oh yeah. I mean, it's only $2. Is that 2 bits? I don't know. Maybe it's 4 bits, I don't know. But it's the way to go, I'm telling you. What a goofy ass video, but hey, I got no material like usual.
Connect here to Metro Blue Line.
Viking Stadium. Ah, those Vikings. Someday, Super Bowl will be ours. And here's another landmark of St. Paul, the cathedral. St. Paul is also the state capital of Minnesota, so you know what that means. Department of Revenue is also here, so trying to pay your taxes or figure out what's going on with your state taxes, you're going to call St. Paul, because that's where it's at, here in St. Paul. I'm in St. Paul, by the way. And St. Paul is a pretty decent city. It's kind of like a what it's called a blue collar city. I don't know. It's a little more urbanized, rough and tough. You know, a little rough around the edges, whatever. But it's okay. So anyway, folks, that's about it. Just hope you all are having a good end of the year here, Thanksgiving. Wish you the best. Eat all the turkey, whatever you eat for Thanksgiving, hamburgers, I don't know, whatever. And enjoy it to the max. This is CLG saying happy early belated Thanksgiving. And what do I say next? You guessed it, 73. That makes no sense. 73, bye.